Hi all, today we can see wedge-shaped film. In the last videos we have seen thin film of uniform thickness. What is a wedge-shaped film? A wedge-shaped film is a thin film of varying thickness which has surfaces inclined at a small angle. So how can we make a wedge-shaped film? A thin wedge of air film we can make with the help of two glass slides resting on each other. So these two glass slides are in contact with each other at one edge. At the other edge, with the help of some spacer, we can make a wedge. Now it is a simple wedge-shaped air film. At one end, these two glass plates are in touch with each other, and from this contacting edge to the other end, in between these two glass plates, a film of air is formed, and the thickness of this air is varying from this vertex to the other end. It is progressively increasing from this end to the other end. So the film formed in between these two glass plates is known as wedge-shaped film. So it is making a small angle between the two glass slides, that is angle of wedge. If this wedge-shaped film is illuminated by some monochromatic light, and if we are viewing this film from above it in the reflected system, then we can see alternate bright and dark bands like this. This is due to the interference happening within the wedge-shaped air film. How the interference is happening here? Here, when the light is incident on the top of this wedge-shaped film, then the light get reflected from the top surface of the film and some light get reflected from the bottom surface of this air film. So these two reflected light, that is one reflected from the upper surface of the film and other reflected from the bottom surface of the film, will superimpose each other and they will produce interference pattern. So in wedge-shaped film, the interference pattern is in the form of alternate bright and dark fringes. The condition for brightness and darkness of these bands we can determine by finding the optical path difference between these two reflected rays. So the optical path difference between the rays BC and FE, that is the light reflected from the upper surface of the film and bottom surface of the film, is delta is equal to 2 mu t cos r minus lambda by 2, where mu is the refractive index of the film between the glass plates. So here we have considered the air film. So the refractive index will be 1. In general, we can write the optical path difference is equal to 2 mu t cos r minus lambda by 2. This minus lambda by 2 is due to the phase change. Now where the phase change comes here, when we consider the reflected ray from the upper surface of the film, the reflection occurs at the glass air boundary. That is, when we consider this wedge-shaped air film, on the top of that air it is glass. So the reflection occurs from the glass to air boundary, denser to rarer boundary. For the reflection at the denser to rarer boundary, there will be no phase change and no path difference correction. But at the bottom surface of the film, the light is going from the rarer to denser boundary, and there will be a phase change of pi due to the rarer to denser boundary reflection. So this lambda by 2 is due to the phase change of pi occurs at the bottom surface of the film. So what is the condition for brightness and darkness? So for brightness, the condition is that this path difference must be an integral multiple of wavelength lambda. So 2 mu t cos r minus lambda by 2 is equal to m lambda. So on substituting and rearranging, we will get it as 2 mu t cos r is equal to 2m plus 1 lambda by 2. And condition for darkness is this path difference must be an odd multiple of lambda by 2. So considering that, we will get the condition for darkness as 2 mu t cos r is equal to m lambda, that is similar to what we got in the parallel thin film. Now we can find the expression for the fringe width beta. What is fringe width? That is the distance between two consecutive bright bands or two consecutive dark bands. So in this wedge-shaped film, we are getting alternate bright and dark bands on the top of this film. So the distance between two consecutive bright band or dark band we are considering here as the fringe width beta. So consider two consecutive dark band. At the point A, let mth dark band occurs, and at the point C, let m plus 1 the dark band occurs. That is, these are two consecutive dark bands. So at the point A and C, we can apply the condition for the darkness. What is the condition for the darkness? 2 mu t cos r is equal to m lambda. If we are considering normal incidence of light, the angle of refraction equal to 0 degree. So that means cos r is equal to 1. So that time this condition will become 2 mu t is equal to m lambda. Let we are considering normal incidence of light here, and at A, mth dark band occurs. So what is the condition for the darkness there? 2 mu t is equal to m lambda, mth dark band, so m lambda. Now at A, what is the thickness there? T1. So that means 2 mu T1 is equal to m lambda. This is equation number 1. Now we can consider the next point, that is at C. At C we have m plus 1th dark band. So we can apply the condition of darkness there also. So what is the condition for darkness? 2 mu t equal to m lambda. So 2 mu at the point C, thickness of the air film is more than that of A. So that is equal to T2. So 2 mu T2 is equal to, the order is m plus 1. So this is m plus 1 into lambda. So this is equation number 2. Now we can take the difference of this equation number 2 and 1. So we will get 2 mu into T2 minus T1 is equal to lambda. Now what is this T2 minus T1? We can form a right angled triangle here. So let this point be B. So this T2 minus T1 is BC. So we can write here 2 mu BC is equal to lambda. Now we can find out BC by considering the right angled triangle ABC. Here this angle is theta, so this angle also will be theta. So in the triangle ABC, if we are considering tan theta, that is equal to opposite side BC divided by AB. So what is BC? BC is equal to AB tan theta. So we can substitute that here. 2 mu into AB tan theta is equal to lambda. Now what is this AB? AB is the distance between the m plus 1th dark band and the mth dark band. That is the distance between two consecutive dark band. So this AB is known as fringe width. So this fringe width we can represent by the letter beta. So that means 2 mu beta tan theta is equal to lambda, or we can say that beta is equal to lambda by 2 mu tan theta. Usually for wedge-shaped film, this angle of wedge, theta is very small. So if theta is very small, then we can consider this tan theta can be approximately equal to theta. So this tan theta becomes theta. So this fringe width beta is equal to lambda by 2 mu theta. So this is the expression for fringe width beta in the case of wedge-shaped film. Beta is equal to lambda by 2 mu theta. That is, it is directly proportional to the wavelength of light used and inversely proportional to the angle of wedge. So if the theta is going small, then the fringe width increases. Now we can see what are the features of this wedge-shaped interference. The first one is fringe at the apex is dark. Apex means the point at which both the glass plates in contact with each other. So at that point, what is the thickness of the air film? So at the apex, the thickness of the air film is equal to 0. So the expression for the total path difference delta becomes 2 mu t cos r is 0 because t is 0 and the remaining term is minus lambda by 2. That is, optical path difference at the apex is an odd multiple of lambda by 2. If the path difference is an odd multiple of lambda by 2, that corresponds to the dark band. So at the apex we are getting dark fringe. The second feature is fringes are equidistant, because the fringe width beta equal to lambda by 2 mu theta. So if this expression, if lambda and theta are constant, this beta is also constant. So for a wedge shape film, this theta is a constant, and this light incident, that also is not varying. So from this expression, beta equal to lambda by 2 mu theta, if lambda and theta are constant, the fringe width beta is also constant. That is, fringes are equidistant. And the third property is fringes are straight and parallel. Why the fringes are straight and parallel? Because fringes are of equal thickness and they are localized. That is, if we consider the reflected light from the regions of same thickness, the locus of all points which have same thickness will come in a straight line parallel to this contact edge. So because of this straight line behavior, this fringe pattern produced is also of straight and parallel nature. That is, the locus of all points having same thickness in this wedge-shaped film come in a straight line parallel to the contact side. Now the number of dark fringe in this air wedge. Let L be the length of this glass plate, and if there are n dark fringes are there, then we can say that this length L will be is equal to n into beta, where L is the length of this air wedge, n is the number of dark fringes in this air wedge, beta is the fringe width. So L equal to n beta, or number of dark fringes n equal to L by beta. The application of wedge-shaped film is the determination of thickness of very thin wire or foil. How can we determine the thickness of a wire using wedge-shaped film? We want to find out the thickness of this wire. Then we can keep this wire in between two glass plates. Now these glass plates are in touch with each other at the one end, and an air film is formed in between these two glass plates whose thickness is varying from this end to the other end. At the other end we kept the material whose thickness or diameter we have to find out. So the diagram we can represent like this. So these are two glass plates, and this is the material we kept at one end. At the other end, these two glass plates are in touch with each other, and theta is the angle of wedge and L is the length of this air wedge. If this system we are illuminating with the help of a monochromatic source of light of wavelength lambda, then the light will incident on this wedge-shaped system. So for the normal incidence, we kept a glass plate at 45 degree. So that means the light will incident on this glass plane and the reflected light will incident on the wedge-shaped film at normal incidence. For why we are making it normal incidence? In order to make the cos r is equal to 1. Then the light will get reflected from the top surface of the film and also from the bottom surface of the film. So these reflected rays will superimpose each other and it will produce an interference pattern, and we will get alternate bright and dark bands like this. These alternate bright and dark bands in the reflected system we can view through a microscope. So with the help of this microscope we can determine the fringe width beta of these dark bands. So what is that expression for fringe width beta? That is lambda by 2 mu theta. Now what is this theta? Theta is the angle of wedge. So from this diagram, what is tan theta? Tan theta is equal to opposite side by adjacent side, that is T divided by L. T is the thickness of the foil or the diameter of the wire. We are going to find out L is the length of the wedge. Now for the wedge-shaped film, theta is very small. So if theta is very small means we can take this tan theta as approximately equal to theta. So this expression become theta is equal to T by L. Now what is the fringe width beta? Fringe width beta is equal to lambda divided by 2 mu theta. So instead of the theta we can substitute the value of T by L. So lambda divided by 2 mu into T by L. So what we want to find out here, that is the thickness of this material. So what is this thickness or diameter of that material? That is T is equal to lambda L divided by 2 mu beta. So using this expression, we can find out the thickness of a material with the help of a wedge-shaped film. If we are considering air wedge, usually in experiments we are considering air wedge, then mu is equal to 1. So then the expression become T is equal to lambda L divided by 2 beta. So this is the application of wedge-shaped film. So these are all about the wedge-shaped film. So wedge-shaped film is a thin film of varying thickness. It has zero thickness at one edge, and this thickness is progressively increasing towards the other end. So between two glass plates, if a wedge-shaped film is formed, then the light is incident on that system. The light reflected from the top and the bottom surface of the film will get to superimpose each other, and it produces interference pattern, and that path difference equal to 2 mu t cos r minus lambda by 2. Then we will get the condition of darkness and brightness from that. And in the wedge-shaped film, we are getting alternate bright and dark bands of fringe width beta equal to lambda by 2 mu theta. The locus of all points having same thickness comes in straight line. So the fringes produced in wedge-shaped film are straight and parallel, and as a application to this wedge-shaped film, we can determine the thickness of a small foil or the diameter of thin wire. Okay, so in the next video we can do the numericals based on this.